I won't back down.
Our special guest here on Undisputed today, Snoop Dogg, is part of the group bidding to buy the Ottawa Senators. Snoop Dogg has been, quote, passionately involved in the process. And hey, we've got the man, the myth, the legend himself. So, Snoop, pull back the curtain. Tell us a little bit more about the process to buy this team, how it's going, why you wanted to do it.
I've been involved in hockey for about 29, 30 years. My second video, Gin and Juice, I had on a hockey jersey. I used to rock it. Yes, sir. I used to represent it to the fullest. Used to watch the Kings back in the days when they had a player named Marcel Dion. Chick Hearn used to call the games. And then as I became more in the industry, I started going to games and started watching it and really falling in love with hockey and meeting the players. And, you know, lo and behold, an opportunity came to purchase a team. And I'm like, wow, black ownership in hockey? Sounds like something I need to be doing. So reached out to the guy that was doing it. He put a plan together. And we're trying to, you know, put our bid in to make sure that we can get opportunity to do some different things with hockey, to take it to the urban community and teach it to kids around the globe and just make it accessible. And at the same time, grow the Ottawa Senators while growing the NHL and growing the whole, you know, community of hockey, because it's a global thing. It's not just in Canada and America. It's everywhere. Right. You know, and I want to try to help grow it and get kids that look like me the opportunity to try to play it at an early age.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Would you have a grassroots program? You know you got the little youth football league.
Yes, sir.
Would you be interested in doing something with a youth Snoop hockey league?
Hey, that would be the first thing up the best, is to get me the Snoop Youth Hockey League. Because first of all, I don't know how to play or stand on the ice, so I'm probably going to be one of the students in there learning it all. But I just love the way when you at a hockey game, it's different than football. I mean, because you sitting right there, pop, the puck come at you, the players hitting the glass like it's so exciting. I'm sorry I'm getting carried away, but I just love me some hockey, man.
Could you teach it to kids in Southern California as opposed to just Canadian black community?
I think you could teach it to kids everywhere, Skip, because there's some players that I know, Alex Thomas and Cuba Gooding Jr., them boys know how to skate and play hockey, yes. So I just feel like if the opportunity is given, one thing about the urban community, you give us something. Well, you teach us something. We're going to learn it. We're going to read the book inside out.
How'd that thing work out with golf and tennis?
Hello. Remember they said we couldn't golf? Tiger. They said we couldn't do Arthur Ashe. Get him, Serena. Get him. This is what we do. When you teach us the handbook, we're going to rewrite it. We're going to put some things in there that, you know, isn't in the script, but it's going to enhance the sport. Every sport that the black community has been enhanced into and inserted into, it grew. I look at basketball from the 16 passes, no dribbling, and all of a sudden they shoot the ball. Then when they put the brothers on the court, bang, 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 bang. Same with football. Regular quarterbacks just, Johnny Unitas drops back to throw the ball.
It's true.
Now it's like, Hurst, Mahomes, whoop-de-wop, boop-bop, boop-bop. And it's exciting because it grows the sport and it still stays within the realms of the fundamentals of the sport, but it grows it.
Yeah, by the way, to your point, I don't think enough attention was paid to the fact the NFL draft just took place and 3 black quarterbacks went in the first round, and that was it.
Yeah.
The white quarterback didn't go until early in the second round.
How about this, Skip? The second pick, C.J. Stroud, Snoop Youth Football League. Shout out to C.J. Stroud, his parents, Coach Superfly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Graduate of the Snoop Youth Football League. Number 2 draft, Heisman hopeful, all of the above. We love you, brother. Keep up the great work.
You ain't put them out, Snoop.
Hey, come on, Shay.
You put them out now.
It's what we do. That's why I know.
I mean, you reckon like Alabama.
But I'm saying, look, Shay, you know what we do when we in the community? We find those kids that are at risk.
Right.
We pull them in. We give them great coaching, great tutelage, and we stay with them outside of football. We stay life coaches. And then years down the road, you see these kids go to high school and graduate, get a scholarship, and then get drafted. And they still call you coach. That's when you know you did your job.
So by my count, I could be a little off on this. I think there are 34 African-American players in the NHL right now. Would you like to grow that number substantially?
34. How many teams are in the NHL?
Not even sure. What is it? Is it 30?
Probably 30.
Yeah.
34. That's a great number. I like that because I feel like that's a great number to start at, 3, 4. So we need 3 or 4 more.
Get that up to 2 per team.
Hello. And they actually good. Like, they're good. They're really good. The black hockey players are good because they were born into it.
Right.
They were bred into it. It was offered to them as kids, and they learned it and played junior hockey and all of the above, and they got the skill level of everyone. And that's what it should be. Sports should be about just kids playing, no matter what color they are, what community they come from. Just give the kids the opportunity, and you're going to find some great athletes or some great people that come out of sports.
So do you like your group's chances of winning the auction now for the Ottawa Senators?
I love my group's chance because I feel like we have a different angle than everyone else that's bidding. And shout out to everyone that's bidding out there, no disrespect. But the things that we plan to bring is going into the community. Snoop Dogg actually showing up at the game, showing up in Ottawa, doing events where I'm with the kids and starting a youth hockey program around the whole globe so where it can grow outside of just where we are. But the Snoop effect, when I touch something, what it do,
true.
Skip? You know what it do.
It is true.
You know what it do when I put my paws on it, man.
So when you're growing up, obviously the music thing was what you wanted to do. But when you lay in your bed at night, in your wildest dreams, did you envision this? Did you envision you'd have this type of impact on society?
No, sir. I looked up to people like Muhammad Ali, James Brown, Magic Johnson, and I met all of them people that I just named.
Yeah.
I met Muhammad Ali, James Brown, and Magic Johnson. And we became friends. And we've had long conversations, and we spent time with each other. And I never dreamed of that, but it just lets me know that some things in life are meant to be. But you got to keep dreaming, and you have to keep believing, and you have to have the work ethic to be great. This didn't come from me just waking up and stumbling upon it. I work hard. I get up, I get to it, and I do it. And I'm a student of the game. I study. I want to know more. I want to be better. Anything that I get involved in, I try to be great at. If it's announcing, if it's music, if it's TV, if it's acting, I try to be great at it because I study. And that's one thing that the greats told me. They said, we studied people that was greater than us before we became great. That's the only way you can be great.
Yet you were born with great vision, with great insight and instincts to be ahead of every curve because, like you said, you got the Midas touch, but you have to have the vision to see it before it happens. Right. Like in my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine 10 years ago Snoop is going to buy the Ottawa Senators. It's like incomprehensible to me, yet you just sold me you are ahead of a curve, and I can already tell you it's going to work, and it's going to be a big hit and big success because you don't do anything that isn't.
Sir.
Yeah.
Well, you got to look at Magic Johnson. He was a great example, right?
Yeah.
Magic was the greatest point guard to ever play basketball.
Yeah.
But we forget about that because his business hand.
Right.
That's why they don't talk about him as a GOAT, none of that, because they forgot because he's doing so much business. Remember, he ran the Showtime Lakers? So now he's showing you show business because that's what this is. It is a business. He ran the show with the Lakers. Now he done got off into the business, and he shows us how to do it by example.
Right.
Buying franchises, investing in different properties to where, I don't just own the Starbucks. I don't just own the theater. I own the property, the land that it's on. What are you talking about? Let me show you guys how to get it this way to where it's generational wealth. And Magic has been the greatest mentor, teacher to me just by leading by example and just by keeping his phone lines open and just by showing me that we can do something other than what you're knowing us for. You know me for being a rapper, but my business hand is starting to become what's the foreground right now.
Beautiful.
Snoop, I love what you're doing with kids, and I love your message about putting in the time on task, the hard work. So important to reiterate messages like that in today's world. We've got to get into some more drama with you, though, some fun topics. I got to get your take on one drama in particular unfolding in the NBA. That's coming up right after this break.
And I won't stop now.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.